It is a risk-off session today, with safe haven assets catching a bid across the board. Welcome to MTRS_Market Pulse. Here is your complete global indices roundup for June 23. A defensive tone is setting the pace today. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Let us go region by region across the major global indices. Starting with the Americas session. S&P 500 slipped minus 0.37% to $7,472.79. Equity markets are responding to reports that SpaceX stock tanks 16%, extending slump following post-IPO rally. NASDAQ 100 is little changed, hovering near $30,347. Equity markets are responding to reports that Bitcoin falls under $63,000 as a tech sell-off drags risk assets lower. Dow Jones is trading higher by plus 0.29%, at $51,713. Equity markets are responding to reports that Ukraine joins Russia in ruthlessly hammering global tourism as Iran, Israel, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Lebanon, Qatar, Bahrain, Iraq, Syria, and more welcome a cooling Middle East crisis, while the Eastern Europe conflict again shatters travel itineraries and eat travel and tour world. Starting with the Europe session. DAX dipped minus 1.26% to $24,822. Traders are reacting to news that Brent rises after US-Iran peace talks in Geneva are abruptly postponed. FTSE 100 is trading lower by minus 0.42%, at $10,394. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Starting with the Asia session. Nikkei 225 made a dramatic move today, plunged minus 3.55% to $69,788. The move in the dollar reflects reports that Ukraine joins Russia in ruthlessly hammering global tourism as Iran, Israel, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Lebanon, Qatar, Bahrain, Iraq, Syria, and more welcome a cooling Middle East crisis, while the Eastern Europe conflict again shatters travel itineraries and eat travel and tour world. Hang Seng dropped sharply minus 1.82% to $23,336. The move follows reports that India, ASEAN steel demand to offset China slowdown, Rio Tinto mining.com. Kospi plunged minus 9.99% to $8,203.84 in a significant session. Equity markets are responding to reports that Bitcoin falls under $63,000 as a tech sell-off drags risk assets lower. Nifty 50 is down minus 1.28%, trading at $23,794. Equity markets are responding to reports that SpaceX stock tanks 16%, extending slump following post-IPO rally. Sensex is down minus 1.08%, trading at $76,263. Equity markets are responding to reports that SpaceX stock tanks 16%, extending slump following post-IPO rally. ASX 200 is trading lower by minus 0.33%, at $8,787. The move follows reports that India, ASEAN steel demand to offset China slowdown, Rio Tinto mining.com. Now, a look at some of India's most active stocks in the news today. HDFC Bank is down minus 1.75%, trading at 772.60 Indian rupees. The merger integration with HDFC Limited has created short-term balance sheet friction, but the long-term cross-sell opportunity in mortgages and insurance is exceptional. Retail loan book quality, particularly credit cards and personal loans, is the asset quality variable to track as the credit cycle matures. SBI is down minus 1.65%, trading at 1,023.60 Indian rupees. The Yono digital banking platform is building a retail liability moat. Corporate loan book quality, the historical weak spot, is now at decade-best levels. The dividend policy has become more generous. Watch for any RBI guidance on priority sector lending norms that could affect cost ratios. TCS made a dramatic move today, plunged minus 3.19% to 2,060 Indian rupees. North American BFSI IT spending is at an inflection point. Any signal of budget revival from US banks and insurance firms would drive a TCS earnings upgrade cycle. The AI copilot and automation deal pipeline is the differentiation story for the current cycle. Now let us look at what is driving these moves at the macro level. Geopolitical risks remain elevated. Traders are reacting to news that Brent rises after US-Iran peace talks in Geneva are abruptly postponed. This is keeping traders cautious and supporting flows into defensive assets. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Rate expectations remain the single most powerful macro driver for equities and currencies right now. Equity markets are responding to reports that Ukraine joins Russia in ruthlessly hammering global tourism as Iran, Israel, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Lebanon, Qatar, Bahrain, Iraq, Syria, and more welcome a cooling Middle East crisis, while the Eastern Europe conflict again shatters travel itineraries and travel and tour world. And looking at how some of the biggest global names are trading today. Samsung made a dramatic move today, plunged minus 12.31% to $310,000. HBM 3 yield rates for AI training chips are the most critical near-term metric. Any positive update would drive a meaningful earnings upgrade cycle. The memory upcycle is intact, but Samsung's foundry losses are a drag. A recovery in smartphone DRAM pricing would add a second earnings lever. Rocket Lab made a dramatic move today, plunged minus 6.48% to $100.29. Neutron medium-lift rocket development is the key valuation catalyst. Commercial success would dramatically expand the addressable market. Space Systems revenue is a growing, predictable revenue base. The SpaceX IPO narrative creates positive sector sentiment that benefits Rocket Lab. Alphabet made a dramatic move today, plunged minus 4.99% to $349.68. Search revenue resilience in an AI disruption environment is the primary debate. AI overviews are monetizing better than feared, and YouTube is accelerating. Google Cloud is now a credible number 3 player. The wildcard is the DOJ antitrust remedy. Any forced structural change would be a significant multiple derating event. Let us give you our near-term view on the Kospi. The technical picture for Kospi has deteriorated. The $7,711.61 level will be critical to monitor. It represents a key line in the sand for bulls. A break below could trigger further stop-loss selling. Manage your risk carefully. To summarize, 1 indices in the green, 12 in the red today. A clear risk-off tone is prevailing across global equities. Let us close with the key events and catalysts on our radar. Keep a close eye on central bank speakers and rate commentary, and key economic data releases. Any one of these could be the catalyst that defines the next major directional move. Thousands of investors rely on our daily briefings to cut through the noise. If you are finding value here, please like this video and subscribe. It directly helps us keep producing this content every day. Leave a comment with your market view. We feature the sharpest takes in future videos. Thanks for watching MTRS_Market Pulse. Nothing here constitutes financial advice. Please conduct your own due diligence. Good luck in the markets, and we will see you in the next video. That is your global indices roundup from MTRS_Market Pulse. Subscribe for daily updates across every major market.